Hello, welcome to the first episode of Pasadena In Focus, where we'll be covering everything from the city of Pasadena, from programs, events, and much more. I'm your host, Yosio Montes, with our Public Information Office. In today's episode, we're going to be covering the Rent Stabilization Department, the Parks and Recreation Department, as well as the library. Tune in to get up to date with the city of Pasadena.
It's Pasadena In Focus. Tonight's guests, Dr. Helen Morales, Jennifer Colby, and Sasha Grimes.
The first guest on our show is Dr. Helen Morales, Director of the Rent Stabilization Department. Welcome, Helen.
Thank you for having me today. I'm so excited about this exchange with you today and our community.
Yes, definitely. So let's dive right into it. What is the Rent Stabilization Department, and can you tell us a little bit about when it got established?
So the Rent Stabilization Department was established around November of 2023, and it was a result of the voter initiative Measure H, which was effective on December 22nd, 2022. And what it did is two things. It provided stabilization of rents, and it also provided just cause protections for all rentals in the city of Pasadena.
What programs does the Rent Stabilization Department have currently going on?
So within the Rent Stabilization Department, we have three divisions. So the first division is our registration division. And that division collects all the registration. It's an online database where we collect all ownership and tenant information. So owners are required to come online and provide their owner contact information, as well as the unit information, including when the unit was occupied, the rental amounts, when the rents change, and all those requirements are to be registered. In addition, if there is an exempted property, an exemption has to be qualified and determined by the department. And so the request has to be made with supporting documentation. So if you feel that you're exempted or you have a unit exemption, that needs to be done. Another item is when we have a unit discrepancy. And that means, for example, let's say there's 5 units there, but our records from the county reflects that there's only 4. So we'll work through that process with the owners to evaluate and make determinations on those registrations. So in addition, when the registration is not deemed complete until payment is made. So when payment is made, then that is considered a complete registration. Registrations are required annually, so every year, owner needs to come back and re-register their properties. The second division is our Outreach and Enforcement Division. And what that does is helps both tenants and landlords negotiate and engage with the charter article. And so really what we're doing is informing of all the requirements that are provided for in the charter, and then enforcing those requirements as well. And so if you're a tenant and you have a concern, for example, you think that your rent is being charged is not the correct amount of rent, contact us. We will give you what the legal amount is, and then we'll make that determination. In addition, there was a requirement that the rents be rolled back by May 17th. And if that wasn't done, we can look at that evaluation as well. So going forward, people can come in, and we have housing counselors that will assist everyone in working through the charter article. Our next department is our Appeals and Hearings Department. And that division actually will receive the appeals and will work with the tenant or landlord who's filing the appeal to determine and make a decision on that appeal process. And so the hearing officers, who are very competent and able to conduct our hearings, will provide a decision that can actually be appealed either to the board or to the court later as well. However, it is a process where tenants can come in. For example, if you feel that you're paying more rent because you have a habitability issue, you can come in and make a request. Additionally, if there was an illegal rent increase, you can come in and make that request as well. In addition, tenants who have become aware that their landlords had not registered the property are also able to come in and request that they be given the opportunity to withhold rent. because in accordance with the charter article, if the landlord fails to register the property, they cannot collect rent. And so conversely, a landlord can come in and make a request for a fair rate of return. And what that means is they're looking for an additional rent increase above what is legally allowed.
That's great information, all really good information. If someone were to want to come out and get this information in person, is there any type of workshop that they can come out to? When is the next workshop and how often are those?
So our workshops are every second Tuesday of the month. They're held at 6 p.m. and they are held at our location at 199 South Los Robles on the first floor. So please come out and join us. Look at our topics. You can go to our website to find each and every topic. They are held every Tuesday, second Tuesday of the month at 6 p.m.
Perfect. And then is there any other information that you feel that Pasadena residents need to know about? Is there any hot topics, highlights that you feel the Rent Stabilization Department is doing now that can definitely help people?
Yes, I think the first thing is to know that we're here. We are here to assist both landlords and tenants working through the charter article. And it's a very new charter article. The department is very new, newly established. We just moved into our location in September of 2024. That's how new we are. And so I invite everyone to come in and engage with us. And most importantly, the other thing that I'd like to discuss is relative to the fire. So the City Council, at the request of the Pasadena Rental Housing Board, issued an ordinance that allows tenants to use as a defense failure to pay rent due to being affected by the fire. I want to impress the importance that you are required to issue a notice to the landlords within 7 days of payment of your rent. We have a certified document that you could use, and it's on our form. I would say if you don't use our form, please go online and at least capture all the information that's there, because all of that information is required information that you need to provide to your landlord. Very, very important. The other thing that I really want to let the community know is their right as a tenant and as a landlord to come and request an appeal, either for a rent reduction or a rent increase. So I would say our appeals process is in process, and we're really eager to have many people come in and use that procedure.
That's great news. Other things, in terms of information, where can people find more information about the department? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So you can actually go onto our website at City of Pasadena/Rent Stabilization, and you can find information both from a tenant's perspective, from a landlord's perspective, and from a general perspective. I do want to say that we are actually putting out a lot of information and have been doing a lot of press releases, and all of our press releases are all on our website. So please visit us at our website. You can also call us at 626-744-7999. In addition, if you have a specific issue relative to your tenancy and you're a tenant, you can request to speak to a housing counselor. And that is on our website. You can submit your issue, you can submit all your documentations there, and you will have a housing counselor review your issues.
Perfect. And is there any virtual options? Can people tune in virtually? What if they can't come by in person? What would be the best option for that?
The best option with regards to all of our trainings are actually placed on our website, so you can hear them a second time, but they are webinars. And so you can actually join our training sessions by webinar, and then you can come in and ask questions there. We'll be there to answer those questions. So I say if you can't make it in, please come online and we can assist you in that manner as well. And always, all of those will be updated to our website.
Perfect. Thank you for the information today. All of it was really helpful. I think that definitely Pasadena residents in our community will find this information really, really helpful. So thank you again, Helen, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me. And I'd like to say to our community, please come in and learn more about the Rent Stabilization Department. Thank you.
Next on the show, we have Jennifer Colby with the Parks and Recreation Department. Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. I'm really excited to be part of this first episode and to tell you what we have in store for this summer.
That's great. So tell us, Jennifer, what are some things going on with youth programs and activities happening?
Well, this summer, of course, we have a lot as always. a lot of activity year-round, but for kicking off the summer, aquatics is going in full swing. So we'll have activities at 4 different swimming pools, ranging from swim lessons to aerobic exercise and even recreation swim for free Monday through Saturday afternoons. We also have all of our summer camps, which are very popular. Full attendance every year. We're excited to bring those opportunities to the kids. Then we'll also have our classes that we always do. So physical activity, arts and crafts, music, and education. So we can't wait to offer all of those again, along with just our special events and activities for the whole family to come out for.
It's great that we have activities going on for the youth this summer. And what about our adults and older adults? What do we have available for them?
Well, the department is very proud to have opportunities for all ages, and that doesn't stop here. So for adults, we have a lot of programs focused on physical activity, socializing, and education. And then we're really proud by how much we've been expanding our older adult programs for ages 50 plus, especially at Villa Park Community Center and Jackie Robinson Community Centers. So we're going to continue to offer those programs that everybody loves, but we're also expanding those opportunities to include jewelry making and crocheting. We have sewing and yoga and a few more options that are just really exciting and bring a lot of opportunities for older adults to meet with their friends and even learn something new. So we're very excited to continue that too.
All right, well, tell us a little bit more about how people can register. How can you register for these amazing programs?
Well, we try to make registration as easy as possible. So you can always visit our website, cityofpasadena.net/reserve. And we try to make it as user-friendly as possible so you can find the class that you're looking for, get your account set up. If you're having any issues, staff are more than happy to help you out. So you can always give us a call or visit one of our community centers, and we're happy to give you the assistance. But I encourage everybody to check out our spring and summer recreation guide, which is full of all the activities that you would be interested in and a little bit on our special events. So this is the perfect way to just get that intel. Then you can get online or come in person and get set up.
What are some important things that residents need to know about this summer?
So one big message as we're approaching summer, it's a very popular time to hold special events, and we love to see it. Please come to one of our beautiful city parks and hold, your birthday celebration or a trade show event or, anything that interests you and your community. But in order to do that, it's very important that you have the proper permit, and there's so many reasons for that, right? You need to have important liability insurance. We need to make sure we have the personnel ready for you, whether that's public safety, parking assistance, and just getting the space clean and ready for your event. We also have to be fair to other organizations, right? If they've applied for a permit and they have that space ready, we have to make sure that's given to them. So it's really important to have that set up, and we recommend, if possible, giving a 6-month advance, just so we're sure that all the details are smoothed out for you. But give us a call if you have any questions, and we're happy to help you work it out so you can have the best event that we can give you.
Perfect. And what number can you call to get in contact with someone that can help you with any questions?
So the reservation desk is actually at Victory Park Recreation Center, so that number is 626-744-7500, or you're welcome to stop in and staff will help you out.
In terms of events, what's happening within the Parks and Recreation Department?
So this May, we have our Senior Talent Show, Family Fun Day Festival, and the Memorial Day commemoration. And in June, we'll be having our Juneteenth celebration and our Love, Loud, and Proud Pride Month celebration before we roll into our Parks After Dark event series in July.
Perfect. And do you have to register for these events? Is this something that people can just come by? Let us know a little bit about that.
Depending on the event, registration is encouraged. It's not always required, but if you want to know, just of course check our website or our recreation program guide to get more details on that.
Sounds good. Great. Well, thank you for joining us today in the show. We're really excited and happy that you were able to join us today. And thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Next up, we have Sasha Grimes with the Library Department. Welcome, Sasha.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we have so much to talk about today, but I did want to first talk about some of the programs and activities you guys have going on this month.
Yes, thank you so much. The library always offers programs available for everyone in our community, ages 0 to 99 and plus. And this month, we are very excited to celebrate 2 new Heritage Months, new to us because this is our first time celebrating them, which would be Armenian Heritage Month and Arab American Heritage Month. So for Arab American Heritage Month, we have 2 art exhibits on display at 2 different branch locations, first at our Hastings branch and the second at our La Pintoresca branch. And then we have the opportunity to celebrate and enjoy Arab music. We have 2 different dates for that as well. First would be Saturday, April 19th at our Allendale branch, and then the second is Saturday, April 26th at our La Pintoresca branch.
Perfect. What about Armenian Heritage Month?
For Armenian Heritage Month, we kicked off the month with a dance celebration, which was a lot of fun to attend. We have a pomegranate take and make craft coming up this week. It will be available Monday, April 14th. And a take and make craft is basically a prepackaged craft that's ready to go that anyone can come to our Hastings branch to pick up and take home with them to create their craft design on their own time. And then lastly, we have a bilingual Armenian and English story time, which will be Saturday, April 19th at our Santa Catalina branch.
That's great. Another program that I'm familiar with is Art in the Fence. Can you tell us a little bit more about Art in the Fence? What is it? How can people get involved? Let us know a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So our central library is currently closed for a necessary retrofit and earthquake repair. During that time, during the construction, we're going to have a large chain link fence around the entire building, which presents us with an amazing opportunity for community connection. So we put out a call to our community, and we're asking everyone to create artwork for us that we can display on our fence. Artwork theme is anything library centered. So your favorite book, your favorite literary character, your favorite moment, your favorite memory, anything that makes you think about a library, we're asking you for it. We are asking for illustrations. So it would have to be 8.5 by 11 or 11 by 17 paper, a flat lay design. So this can be something done on a computer, like a graphic design. This can be paint, this can be markers, anything that is flat that we'll be able to hang on the fence when the fence comes up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, deadlines for submission are
Yes.
April 30th.
Okay.
You can go to our website and submit online, or you can walk into any of our branches and pick up the submission form and turn in your illustration and the submission form at that branch.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the anniversary that you guys recently had?
Yes, so 2024, we celebrated a really big anniversary. It was our 140th year of being a library in this city, so 140 years of library services. We hosted 10 events. We gave away limited edition 140th merchandise. We hosted a 14-decade, 14-book reading challenge. And we debuted a commemorative video that showed our past, present, and looked towards our future. Also throughout the year, we put out a call to our community and we asked them to submit their stories to us, what they loved about the library and what their favorite memory of Pasadena Public Library was. They answered the call in droves. We got a bunch of stories submitted all throughout the year, and we took their stories and we turned it into this book.
Wow. That's great.
So the book offers interviews from some of our library staff as well as some of our volunteers. It gives a little bit of history of some of our first librarians for the Pasadena Public Library system.
Yes.
And then, of course, the majority of it is the stories that we got submitted. So all throughout the book, you get to read about people's memories and their favorite moments of being at Pasadena Public Library. And most exciting part, not just that we did it, but that it will be free for pickup beginning May 1st. So May 1st, you can go to any library branch, walk in and ask them for the People of PPL book and pick up your free copy.
Yeah, and a little bit of history that I didn't know about from the library is that the library was there before City Hall.
2 years before.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So the library was actually established before the city was incorporated. So we were established in 1884. The city was incorporated in 1886. And our Civic Center, which consists of the library's central building, City Hall, and the Convention Center, were all built together around the Bennett Plan. And the library building was the first building that was completed in that plan in 1927.
Wow.
So 140 years of being in library service, and we're almost at 100 years of Central being in existence.
Perfect. That's awesome. Is there any other things that you would like to share with us? Any important things happening? Any highlights that you would like to share with us today?
Yeah, sure. I think the most important thing that I would like for the community to remember is there is always something new every day at the library. Whether it's a new book that we've got on shelf, a new service that we've offered, a new program that we've offered, There's always something new at the library. So if you haven't gone in a while, if you go every week and you think there's no reason to come back again, visit one of our locations, visit us on our website, which would be cityofpasadena.net/library. Pick up one of our bi-monthly newsletters to see all of the things that we offer. There's always something new and there's always something for everyone.
All right, thank you again, Sasha, for joining us in the show today.
Thank you.
Super thankful you're able to provide us with all this information for programs, events, and much more that you have in the library.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I was happy to be here.
That's great. Next up, we're going to Cafe Santorini for a Shop Local segment.
Welcome to Shop Local, where we'll be highlighting some of the amazing businesses you can find here in the city of Pasadena and the entrepreneurs who make them so special.
Hi guys, my name is Gara Haitayan. I'm here at Cafe Santorini with my partners and family, Panos Haitayan and Alec Haitayan in Old Pasadena.
We've been in the business since 1992, and soon we're going to be celebrating our 32nd anniversary. And we have chosen Pasadena because of its historic element of its beautiful city that has been here for a long, long time, and longer than any other location over in Southern California. This is a place to be for every Southern California person that visits our city here. Yes, the origin of the menu itself comes from a Mediterranean menu, which involves from Middle East all the way to Greece, from Morocco to southern France. And we thought that that mixture of menu elements will make it great, even though 32 years ago that wasn't in. But we took a chance and it has paid off. And now we see that every major culinary, they always include the Mediterranean aspect of from Middle East all the way to Morocco in their dish.
For first timers at Cafe Santorini, I definitely recommend the branzino. That's definitely a good seafood option if you're coming in here. Our paccheri pasta, which includes a cilantro pesto. As well as that, we do have our chicken kebab and our beef kebab as well. That's really good.
As far as my personal favorites go, I always go with the steak frite, cooked medium, as chef recommends. As far as dining options go, we always recommend our famous patio. That's basically what we're known for. The retractable awning system is beautiful on summer nights when the stars are shining. And we do have heat lamps across the patio in case of bad weather conditions, so it's favorable for all weather. What really differentiates us from other restaurants is the family aspect and how we basically have full control of our menu and our staff, and everyone is in a family-friendly environment. You know, the aspect of family is very important to us, and the way that we communicate that with our staff and how that's communicated through the food and the product that we give out, I think really shows.
Cafe Santorini has been known with part of the small business for long, long years, especially in Old Pasadena. As everybody will notice, it's all small businesses.
I think small business is the most important part of our economy. You know, everyone starts somewhere, but everyone has the hopes to grow their business. And I think with the community that we have in Pasadena, we will achieve that.
Thank you for joining us for Pasadena In Focus. And thank you to our guests for sharing this wonderful information about the city of Pasadena. If you want to stay connected, follow us on social media, as well as visit our website at cityofpasadena.net. See you next time.